Okay, so we're going to go over rooms very quickly. Rooms are basically entities that analyze a particular space and allow us to not only get the information from that space, but to add our own as well through parameters. So in this particular view, you can see I have a living room tag with a number on it, and it is actually tagging a room, which is basically a container for information. This room goes and looks for room bounding objects such as walls, floors, ceilings, and roofs. And if I pick this room, you'll see that it's looking at the area, the perimeter, the height. The volume is not computed right now. We have to turn that on if we want it computed, and I'll show you where that is. But you can also see the identity data. It has an occupancy of condition, a department of public, what's the floor finish. And so basically you have a room that looks for, as I said, room bounding objects. So if I pick this wall, you're going to see that it's room bounding, right? And since this door is hosted in this wall, it's also seen as room bounding. Um, and then we can tag it with this room tag. So when I pick the room tag, it's basically just reading particular information that I tell it to from this room. So it's reading the number and the name. So if I were to change the number to 74, you would see that update. And if I come back in here and change it to 7, you'll see both of those items update bidirectionally. What can you do with this? Well, you can come in and make a room schedule. So if I go down to my schedules and expand those, and I go to room area schedule, you'll see that it's splitting up the rooms, adding up the areas, and give me the total interior area. I also have a room finish schedule, so it'll go in and look at the room finishes and tell me what that room finish is. And I have a room schedule conditioned and unconditioned. So it's looking at the conditioned and unconditioned spaces and splitting up those square footages and then giving me a total of those square footages. You can also, using parameters from the rooms, assign different color schemes. So here's a color scheme for the floor finish, right? Here's a color scheme for the conditioned, unconditioned. And here's a color scheme for the public-private. So what we're going to do is look at how we can assign rooms and then give those rooms parameters and then take those parameters and translate them into visual information and statistical information.